Hi, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Amanda.
and we are serving up
All that jam.
All That Jam, Quick Hit. Catching up with DJ Williams.
I'm going to take a left for just a second because I just love this so much. The video that you put out for Mr. Nobody, I watched it a bunch of times. Like the animation part of it, like I just think it's so cool. So along with, the recording and the mixing and everything, I was just curious how that came about, like the overall concept of it, doing it that
Of the
way.
song or the video?
The video, like with that,
Yeah.
like just the way the animation's moving along and the color scheme of it. It's like very vibrant.
That's all Faihan stuff. And
hmm
we had a long talk about, he wanted to know what the song, the kind of idea of the song was, and I was like, don't really worry about it. I was like, I trust in his art so much. I was like, you listen to the song and whatever, because he's a very eclectic, shy, quiet guy, but like his artist mind is like this huge, exuberant, bright, colorful. Like if it comes out in that video, and it's like you see this person and you talk to this person, you don't realize this thing's gonna come out. And I didn't want to taint any of that, so I literally was like, "Here's the song. What the first thing that comes to mind? You just do what you do because I trust what you do so much." So that I can't really take any credit for that. So that's all Faihan stuff.
Do you think you'll do more of that?
Yeah, I'd like. I mean, if it was up to me and if I could afford it, I'd have him do every song on the record for everything that's ever put out
Yeah.
because he's that good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's very and it's got a really cool feel to it because we've seen visualizations, the visualizers a
Yeah.
fair amount. This definitely, like, it felt modern, but also for some reason, maybe just because I'm an 80s kid, it also
Totally.
kind
Yeah.
of took me back to this really cool feel where it's not like over stylized.
Yeah. It's
Like
like that
just
old school kind of Nickelodeon,
yeah,
but a little
yeah.
bit more artistic. Yeah.
Very much so. Yeah, like it was
hmm
it's very, very cool and memorable too. So
Good. I'm glad
definitely,
it's good to hear that it's striking people the same way it does me because I love what he does so much.
how important is video? I mean, YouTube is a huge platform, and we put the
So is
podcast.
Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, we put the podcast on there, and I've gotten comments from people, "No video, I'm not listening, I'm not watching." And
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
thinking,
it's one of those things you kind of want to play into, but I mean, we kind of have to. We got to hold people's attention. You have 15 seconds, or people are going to just scroll up to the next thing. And it's sad, but it's a true state of affairs that we're in now. And I mean, how many shows have you gone to recently that have more than one set anymore? I know I used to go when I first started going to shows. There was two sets. You were there for 4 or 5 hours for a concert, and it was awesome.
yeah, now they're pushing 2-hour sets and calling it a night
Yeah,
instead of
sometimes
playing an
90
hour and a
minute
half.
sets.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So,
Yeah.
what's going into your choices for set lists when you're playing live?
A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything from DJ Williams project back in the day all the way up to now. I try to have a little bit of I guess a sound rainbow of my entire musical career at the shows, just to, not just for me, but for people there who maybe not have ever maybe seen me before.
I thought maybe you would say that you would lean heavy on the last two albums.
No, I mean, yeah, I've been asked to lean on it more by not just band members, but for fans as well. But I don't know.
It
My
doesn't feel
show.
right. Right. It doesn't feel authentic to you.
I want to keep everybody happy, but I want to be happy too at the end of the day. And it's like, I know a lot of the stuff especially the stuff I've been recording, I can't even do live because I don't even know how to play and sing these songs yet. I've done everything separately. I have to literally rehearse myself and learn how to sing and play guitar, these guitar parts and these vocal parts. I've never done at the same time. So I'm going to have to sit here and rehearse myself before I take it out on the road.
Nice. Now, is that did you have in the past? Have you tried to road test songs first, or were you always I'm going to write the song, record it, and then play it live?
I'm gonna write first and then play it live. Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. Some people have said to us that they like the feedback. You know, they'll play the song and then they'll say, "Well, maybe that part doesn't work," and it just from the seeing how the crowd reacts to things.
Yeah. Well, mainly because I like to keep the songs a surprise. I like when people, especially if you get a record, I remember that excitement of like just wondering what the next track is going to be like. If I play a lot of this stuff live, people kind of already know what to expect on the album, and just to hold a little bit of secrecy there and keep the excitement up.
Back in the good old days, when you actually physically had to walk to the store and buy the record.
Yeah.
Dedication, I know.
Yeah, standing in line at Sam Goody or whatever spot, Tower Records. That was the best.
It was.
Sam Goody.
It was.
God.
Yeah, I remember like sitting in my car in the parking lot with like this thing on blast and like the little insert, reading it against my steering wheel.
Kevin's heard me say this probably 100 times by now, literally, but I still have all my cassettes, whether they were live recordings or just tapes that I bought. I've got them, basically all of them. And
I love that.
Just to have that medium, that's just what I came up with. So for me, that's always a special thing. And I still have, my stereo, play them, and just kind of sit there. And yeah, I mean, there is something to that. I think that's where I tend to really lean into just going to shows and like merch and all that. And I know that, speaking of shows, you have, I know you have something coming up the end of this month, and then you're playing with Karina at Cervantes in February, I think,
yeah,
right?
I'm opening up for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I don't know if she's been out here in a while.
I don't think she has been out here in a while. I've been on the same like festival bills with her, but we haven't actually even met yet. So I'm really stoked for this show, and her show has been really exciting, and I've really been enjoying watching her career grow.
I got to see her a few weeks back at the Atlantis.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I love that venue.
Yeah, it's so cool. It is.
It sounds so good. The room feels good.
My youngest daughter got to go opening night. She's 17. One of my friends works for IMP and got tickets for the Foo Fighters opening night in there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So made her life there. Made her year, I guess.
Foo Fighters in that teeny little club. That was awesome.
Yeah. So who's the band going to be for opening with Karina? Do you have anybody locked down?
I do. Oh, man. Let me get my brain wrapped around this real quick. I know Jiho Khan's playing bass. Braxton Khan is on drums from like Many Colors. And also from Many Colors is Eric Luba is on keys. This will be the 4 piece.
Do you guys rehearse?
Yes, we will rehearse for this one. Yeah, usually the rehearsal ends up just being a sound check, and I'm like, because these guys have played with me before, so it's not going to be a lot of,
I was going to say, I know Eric, I mean, he's just like a maniac. I love watching him play.
He really is, and he is one of my favorite keyboard players in Denver. Like, it's just, we speak the same chordal language too, so we have this like, I don't know, the plane of music that we ride is very much parallel to each other. So I really enjoy playing with him.
Yeah, I always love when he pops up at late night gigs or something like that, and Braxton.
And he's one of the nicest people too, which is always a great thing to boot.
I want to talk to him. We're gonna get that happening.
Was DJ Williams' project a 4-piece also?
It was a 6-piece.
Right. Okay.
I
thought that there were more people. I'm trying to.
There was a saxophone horn player, which I normally would like. I would love to still travel with the horns, just like right now until I start getting my shows up to like theater level. I got to stick with the 4-piece.
Right. Have you? We were talking to Alex Wasley, from Dumpster Funk, and he was talking about regional horn players, and that's what Dumpster Funk used to do. Chicago, there was one group of guys. LA, there was another kind of thing. So how do you?
That's the old shots fired playbook right there. Instead of just the horn section, it's the whole band.
How does it change the dynamic for you though? Like the songs that were DJ Williams project songs that had the horns when you're doing them now, did you rearrange them or it just the horns dropping off don't really affect it that much?
No, I think it really gets affected because I rearrange my songs all the time. If I'll play it one way one year, the next year, maybe 6 months later, it's always rearranged because I get bored easily. I get bored of my own stuff. So I'm always finding ways to bring new life back into it. It's always going to be evolving and morphing and changing.
Like covers? Are we doing any covers?
Yeah. I guess I will say I have a cover of Nirvana's Heart-Shaped Box on the new record that I am very excited for everyone to hear. Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah. It's like this it's like Portishead vibes and it's like kind of slow and like with like it's like hip hop Heart-Shaped Box. It's cool. Yeah. You guys are the first to know.
What is the release date on the album?
March 1st, 2024.
March 1st. Okay, so soon. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And we're gonna get this. Are we physical copies, or is it just going to be digital at first?
It's going to be digital at first, and then I'll have physical copies this summer.
Okay, and like a pre-order thing, so you know how many you're getting in.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. I used to sell T-shirts, and we did flash sales. Was our thing on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
48 hours if you want to order it, and then we'd know how many to print.
That's actually a really good idea. I might steal that from you.
Instead of having 6 boxes. Instead of having 6 boxes of shirts sitting around.
God, I had a closet of merch just sitting in my closet. Every time I opened it, I was just like, why is this stuff just sitting here? Like, I can't give this stuff away.
Oh, yeah. That's like a couple of bands that I've done merch for. I love when you digging around because you find these, 5, 6, 10-year-old designs at the bottom. You're like, oh, like this is historical at this point, and it does have a tendency to just kind of like grow. But I also wanted to make sure we mentioned too that you also have pre-order for the digital album on Bandcamp.
I do, yeah.
Right now, yeah. So that's something that people could do. And you have, it's Mr. Nobody to listen to, and then the track listing, I think, is on there.
I do, and I'm actually going to be releasing a single every 2 weeks here. So on, February 2nd, I'm going to release a single, and on February 16th, I'm going to release a single. Nice. Yeah, so pretty much every other Friday until the record comes out and give a little taste.
So it's a smart move.
It is. Like, I feel like you put out a whole record, people kind of find their favorite track and everything gets lost. But like this kind of like waterfall release, people get to digest it in a slow way, and all the album gets heard, and that's really all I ever really want.
And also, when you release the album, you have 3 days, maybe that you get a buzz about it that you get. Exactly. But if every 2 weeks you're releasing a single, people keep hearing your name and they're like, "Oh, 2 weeks. Oh, wait, it's the day new DJ singles coming out."
Yeah, totally, exactly.
I love it. Fantastic. All right. Anything else you want to throw out? You got going on?
Yeah, I've got a big West Coast tour being put together right now. After the record comes out, I'll be out in end of March. I've got some Colorado dates. I'm going to be like around Buena Vista and Eagle, Vail, Denver, of course. And I'm going out to San Francisco, Oakland, Portland, San Diego, Mammoth. So yeah, we'll be posting all those West Coast dates. I'll be out pretty much all spring pushing this record and then hitting the East Coast after that at some point. But yeah, DJWilliamsMusic.com will have all the tour updates here pretty soon.
You're gonna have a huge hometown show, I'm guessing, at some point, huh?
Absolutely, yeah. Always.
And what is the album called?
It's called By Way of RVA.
There you go.
A little homage to my hometown.
I love that. I love how much you celebrate that, because it's such a part of so many people, but I feel like you really bring that like front and center and feel like the love that you have for your history there.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
It's great.
It's rooted in the way that I play and my love for music and where I got started. It all started there. Like my sound is very much comes from Richmond, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you are enjoying All That Jam, please like and subscribe to our social media channels at All That Jam Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our website, allthatjampod.com. Make sure to sign up for our email list and tune in every week for new episodes.
Also, look for full interviews on our YouTube channel. And remember, stay beautiful, but don't stay underground too long.